Feli.
Hi, T.
For those who don't know, Feli is like one of my OG listeners.
Oh, listen, from episode 1.
So I'm very, very, very grateful. I think this is a full circle moment.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
I love it. So we're here today to talk about protein. And like, you know, all of the stuff around health and wellness and protein and fitness fads and whatever. But what really got me thinking that I wanted to talk to you about this is because I feel like we've spoken before on social media about like, because I remember when everybody was in that 2016 trend, and we were like, wasn't 2016 the year of avocado toast and avocado oil, and everybody was demonizing coconut oil?
Coconut oil, yep.
Yeah, and then it made me think that there are all of these just trends that don't last.
No.
And I feel like right now we're in the middle of the protein boom.
Yep.
What do you think about that? Feli's a fitness. Just introduce her. She's a fitness girly. She is a fitness. Health and fitness and wellness. But yeah, what do you think about where we are right now from your perspective?
So I want to say protein started to become popular, like the fad thing in 2024. So 2 years ago now. And I think it's one of the better trends, the better fads that have come out of all of the trends in the past decade or so. And I think it's good because, you know, protein is one of the most essential, well, all the macronutrients are essential.
Right, but it's very essential.
It's very essential.
Because the body doesn't make amino acids, and we need we need to ingest amino acids in order for the body to create protein, which repairs our cells and
all of that.
Yeah.
Your hair, skin, nails, organs, everything is made of protein.
All metabolic reactions also need protein as well. Muscles, everything.
Yeah. And some amino acids we do have in our body, but there's 9 that are essential that we don't make, that we don't create. So we have to eat it to get it. And I think protein became so popular in recent years because the people who are popular are getting older. Right?
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
And, you know, protein is essential, as we say, cell regeneration and all that, but it is essential for us to age gracefully.
Right.
You know, when we pass age 30, we start to lose muscle mass on a greater scale. It's harder for us to synthesize protein in larger amounts. So it is very essential for us to increase the protein.
No, for sure. It's one of those weird fads.
Whoops.
Because as a marketing girly, like we know, we can very much process when something is a fad and when something is being sold to us. And so I do know that we are in the phase of protein. Like, I know that in 10 years, we're not going to talk about, or maybe 5, we're not going to talk about protein like we're talking about protein now.
No,
something else is going to come about. But I do agree with you in that, like, I don't think protein is a bad thing. I don't think, you know, but, you know, there are good sides to things and there are bad sides to things. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that today. So I was reading an article about, you know, this whole protein situation, and one of the quotes in there was, protein is no longer just a nutrient, it's aspirational, it's a cultural flex.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
that's kind of where we are.
That's where we are. Just like going to the gym is an aspirational flex, or doing Pilates, or going on a walk, or, you know, running a 5K, not 5K anymore, half marathon.
Half-marathon.
You know, we have upgraded.
Do you feel like in the past maybe 5 years, 3 to 5 years, that there has not just been an increase in protein necessarily, but just in the health and wellness space in general? I think so. But why do you think? From your perspective, from what you've observed, why do you think that's the case?
Vanity. I think that is the first word that came to my mind, and I didn't come here prepared to say that, but I think it's
Instagram,
and like I said before about most people that are very popular, the population and all of that, are people who are older now, in their 30s or approaching their 30s.
Right.
And because of, we went through that phase of everybody doing plastic surgery and all of that, and, you know, that is kind of...
we're still kind of
we still are in it, to be fair.
It's just more natural now.
It's now more natural.
It's no longer the BBL, but it's like the Botox.
The subtle facelift, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I think that is where everything is coming from, and we've always wanted to age. Age, yes.
Getting older.
Get older. We do want to get older, yes, but we don't want to look like we're aging.
Right.
And because we're living longer as well. Yeah. You know, back in the day, we used to live till we were like 50. Now, people are
dying at like 30.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that our lifespan has extended, now that a lot more young people are being diagnosed with diseases as well, I think it's a combination of things of health, but also it just goes back to vanity. I think a lot of things go back to vanity because we are human.
Yeah. I've definitely, I can say that is true. I feel like a lot of my friends who are gym girlies, like, I have heard them in passing, not no big conversation, but I've definitely heard them say, like, yeah, I have to go to the gym because I feel look good. Like, there's no other reason. They will never say, I have to go to the gym because I'm working on my heart health. I have to go to the gym because I'm trying to increase my lung capacity. I have to go to the gym because I want to be able to lift up my baby when I'm old. It's always like, I want to go to the gym so my body can't fat.
Yep.
And my waist can't sign there. I can't look good. And I'm like, I don't know. I do feel like there's something very dangerous in that. I mean, the fact of the matter is, yes, I think, of course, if vanity is going to get you to a healthier self, kudos to you. That's great.
Yeah.
But I do think there is a unhealthy mental and emotional connection there, especially for women.
Agree.
And that has been something that's not new. Mm-hmm. That's been something that they are from before we're born, and it will be here for after, you know?
From the dawn of time.
But it's one of those things that I find so interesting, because it's like, as a woman, you know that this is messed up. You know that like other people have infiltrated your mind in such a way, and it's like really messed up, and it has really messed with you. But then you also perpetuate it.
Yeah.
It's kind of messed up.
It is messed up, and I think our generation got the biggest brunt of that.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, you know, yes, we grew up with our parents having this mentality, but then we go through learning how to communicate, and then we go through learning what is right from what is wrong, and we go to school and we learn science, and we actually learn what is right from what is wrong in terms of what goes on in our body. It is wild. It's wild. But as you said, of it being just negative on our mental and physical health, when you take it too far. Yeah. Because vanity in the name of killing off yourself.
Pause. I did not realize the cat was in here. Sorry, I have to just get him out because...
Oh, damn. He was just... He's just like, hey, Mom.
Shuffling. Say hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the WongaPod.
Okay.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
He's so sad.
We're saying the vanity.
Yes,
the vanity
right.
aspect.
I was saying that it is dangerous, because vanity in the name of killing off yourself to get certain results, and then that leads to a whole different topic of overtraining, undereating, not enough rest. And that is a different level of breakdown on your body.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so taking it back to protein a little bit. So I definitely wanted to think about it in the context of where we are in the Caribbean. Because, you know, I do feel like, and people will say, I've definitely heard people say, like, everybody have a Pilates now because the foreigner, you know, all Americans are doing Pilates and whatever, and you know, people always say we just have to follow back at America, yada, yada, yada. And I do know that America has its own relationship with processed foods and sugar intake and carbs and whatever. And I do feel like in the Caribbean, it's a little bit different. We don't have the same relationship with food as they do in America. And so I was doing some research about just the whole matter of protein here in the Caribbean. And, you know, it kind of was like everybody here in Jamaica, well, not everybody, but the trend of protein is catching on in Jamaica. But if you think about it, the Caribbean diet has always been very protein forward.
True.
The Jamaican diet, granted, it is also very carb forward.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You know, the portion of rice and peas
it's
and
crazy.
the boiled food,
And
fine.
The dumpling there.
Right. And but even though we're eating a lot of carbs, we're also eating a lot of protein as well. There are very few Jamaicans who will just eat rice and peas, and even peas. Peas is protein.
Yeah, it's protein, yeah.
There's very few
You're
Jamaicans who just go sit down and eat dumpling by itself. It's always dumpling with stew chicken.
Yeah.
Fried dumpling with ackee and saltfish. Something with curry goat. You know, like there is, I think in Jamaica, especially I can't speak for the rest of the Caribbean, but in Jamaica, we center all of our meals around protein.
Yeah, around meat.
Yeah. Like if you go Christmas dinner and there is not a meat there,
it's true.
It's not Christmas dinner.
I saw, did you see this guy, this foreign man that's living in Jamaica?
Zin? Is Zin him name? Zin. Big up Zin.
Him find out say Jamaicans have 2 meats on a Sunday. Him never
I
know
saw
that.
that
So
video.
him gone out to make 2 meats. And it's so true.
It's true.
Sunday dinner, you have to have 2.
Exactly.
If there's not 2 meats, what's going on?
Exactly. And so it begs the question then, are Jamaicans even protein deficient? Should we be genuinely
concerned
about the amount of protein that we're getting if on a regular basis we are consuming all of this protein just by eating our traditional diet?
And you know, now that you say that, because I've never really thought about it that way.
Never did I until I was
But now
doing
that you say
research.
that, like my mind goes to, you know, people always say Jamaican women have healthy body. And when you think about that, you know, it's true. Even if there is a voluptuous woman, she's usually firm in her stature and how she is. And
I feel like Jamaicans in general are pretty muscular.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty, even if we're weighty, it's very as you said,
tight,
strong body,
you know?
strong body.
Yeah. So that is true.
Yeah.
Protein plays a big factor in your body composition and how your body will look. In that way.
Yeah.
But we do eat too much carbohydrates.
No, we do eat too much carbs. I'm not gonna lie,
Man.
and I'm not gonna round the thing. It's true, but on the flip side, the conversation in the article that I was reading, the conversation was steering towards, of course it was about protein, and it was steering towards, is this just more kind of like colonizer mentality of the fact that we are allowing a culture other than ours to dictate what counts as protein. And so it's like you would rather go and eat a ultra high processed protein bar over a box of stew chicken.
Yeah.
And mind you, the box of stew chicken is gonna have added fats. it is gonna have sugars, but you could cook it yourself. You could meal prep it. You could do things. You know, even when people think about patty, I think a lot of people demonize patty too. Which is fair because the crust is very high in fat, trans fats and stuff. But the fact of the matter is, patty is a very good source of protein.
You're not wrong.
It's a very good, it's like, as we're talking about, the duality. The duality.
Yeah.
And so it's like we have all of these things that are in such high protein. We've removed them from our own diets to go add back protein powder.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I was talking about this the other
By the way,
day.
that's not to say protein powder is not good.
Yeah, no.
Because I do be having my protein.
I do. I also, right? We can talk about that as well.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who jump on these trends, you know, as we're talking about the trends and the fads, they don't they just see the trend and hear the buzzwords.
Yeah.
And kind of just implement it in their lifestyle without researching to say, does this fit into my lifestyle? Do I need this at all? What would be better for me? Because when you talk about the processed foods and the different types of processed proteins versus eating whole foods, if you spend a day eating all whole foods for the day versus a day where you might eat one meal that's whole foods but the other two is processed, you find that you're more hungry because it's less food, and you might be eating more calories because of all of the other things that they have to put into these processed foods. And because you do get hungry, you might snack more throughout the day. But when you do eat these whole foods, you're more satiated, you're more satisfied, and it's overall just better for your body to process.
I think whole foods is always the way to go. But then, of course, that brings up, another layer to the conversation of, like, the economy of whole foods, because, you know, the whole idea of, like, organic and eating fresh and whatever, like, those things are healthy. Food is more expensive
which
than
is so insane.
Processed food. It is really messed up. But then I think what is so interesting is that when you bring up that conversation, like, I've spoken to my mother about this, like, when you bring up that conversation to Jamaicans, especially, like, older Jamaicans, they're like, they're not just go to the town and buy some tomato and lettuce. Like, in their minds, that should not be a conversation in Jamaica, because you walk on the road and you can pick a mango off of a tree, or, you know, you can go market and buy these things. So it's different from in America, where really and truly in America, buying organic is more expensive because they are further removed from the production. Whereas we are not. But I do think there is something to be said, though, about the fact that, like, I don't know, I feel like, especially Kingston, we're moving in a very fast trajectory. It's very fast paced here, and, like, not everybody has the time, especially them at talk about, we need to have more picnic. Like, we're not, you know, like, I feel like convenience, the importance of convenience is increasing. But then, when you think about all the places that selling salads, selling whole foods, it's so expensive. And so it's kind of hard. It's hard. Again, it comes back to the whole duality thing, but it's so hard.
It is hard. It is hard to live a healthy lifestyle. And I have this conversation with people on social media all the time. I'll, like, comment on something they post, and we end up, it sparks a conversation around how expensive it is to eat healthily in Jamaica. I don't know what to say about that. Like, I don't know what is going to fix that. We need to just make more money. The people need to pay us more.
That is it. The people need to pay us more, because as Jamaicans, we work hard and we're not getting the money that we should be getting.
I don't know how I'm supposed to live a healthy lifestyle, also have a social life, and fulfill my dreams at the same time. Something has to give. Something has to give. And there are ways to balance it, but it's just, do you want to eat that way? You know? And then we can talk about tin food. Tin food is also getting expensive. Sardines are now the new tin
fish talk.
Oh my God.
Tin fish talk.
Honestly, the sardine boom is insane to me.
It's insane to me. However, I have given into it.
Oh no, I've always eaten sardines. I love a sardine.
Yeah, I
love a sardine.
I do think it's funny, because I remember back in the day, like, sardine was like fish food.
Yeah.
Like, not fish food, cat food.
Cat food, yeah.
And no, but I grew up eating sardine because my father loved sardine. So sardine was always in my house. Like a sardine and crackers.
Yes.
Me that.
I love a sardine and
but
cracker.
then now everybody's like, sardine girl summer. And
no better brushing the teeth.
But again, really good source of protein.
Yes. And omega-3s.
Healthy fats.
Super healthy fats,
Trust me, Well, before we continue with this conversation, let's pay for my Pilates membership. If you didn't know, now you know, Carnival in Jamaica is always Sunday after the Easter season. So, of course, everybody's in the gym trying to hit those protein goals. And with Rainforest, you can absolutely still do all of that while celebrating Easter. As a self-proclaimed carnivore myself, giving up the land meat, not really that hard when you have Rainforest on hand. who really cares about chicken and beef when you have fish, shrimp, lobster, mussels, conch, clams, squid? And not to mention my personal favorite, the rainforest snapper burger. Top 2 not 2 burger in my house from I discovered it during the Rona era. As we push on in the seafood season, don't forget that rainforest seafood is the heart of it all. So make sure you catch the seafood vibes. And we're back. Okay. All right. So I want us to go into talking a little bit more about the whole idea of like the fadness of it all.
Okay.
So let me tell you, you know, Feli, I do a lot of research.
Yes.
Before these things, because I want to know. I want to know. I want us to be able to have a conversation where it's not just me asking you questions.
Yeah.
And so I was reading an article about the business of protein.
Okay.
Right. And so they were saying they identified 5, kind of like 5 points that has like encouraged this protein boom. And the first one is
send me this article.
I will.
So I can read.
The first one is that bodybuilding has become mainstream. So, whereas back in the day, women were not supposed to be muscular. Women were supposed to be lean, skinny, flesh and bone was the ideal. Now, it's sexy for a woman to be strong. It's sexy for a woman to have muscles. Coupled with the fact that like with the fashion industry, athleisure is like a thing that's now the norm.
Yo, that's such a good point.
Yeah,
with the athleisure thing.
Right. So it's like all of these things have kind of led to this increased focus on wearing skin tight clothes to show off your muscles. And how do you show off? How do you have muscles to show off? Is to be in the gym and increase your protein intake. Yeah. Which is weird how like marketing is a thing.
And how all of those things connect.
Yeah, because I'm sure sometimes I wonder like, are these people all talking to each other? like what's
true.
Like, is the CEO of Lululemon sitting down with Khloe Kardashian and the inventor and Joseph Pilates' ghost? Like, are they all sitting down to say,
Yeah, it's true because. You say Lululemon, but for example, like Honor Active.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody knows Honor Active now. But they plan their collections like 2 years in advance. So
I think Gymshark as well.
Yeah, most of them. So are they all?
They're colluding. They're colluding, which is weird. It's weird. I always say to Tiana and Jordan, I'm like, I hate that I know things now.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have these thoughts.
And to the point of like bodybuilding becoming what was it?
Mainstream.
Mainstream. That's so interesting because I've also been seeing conversations happen around the fact that everybody is training like bodybuilders.
Yeah.
When,
even like the CrossFit boom. And,
like,
I mean, you were training. You were doing weightlifting.
I was doing a powerlifting competition.
Powerlifting, yeah.
But like people are training like bodybuilders when they don't need to be.
Right.
You know, like you as somebody who work a 9 to 5, you don't need to be having a 6-day split in the gym. I'm sorry, you don't need it. What are you training for? Okay, I'm not saying that you can't look the way that you want to look by, not doing the 6-day split, but like what are we doing here?
I would love to know what are we training for. I want you know what I like, so mind you, I've never done this in my life. I don't know that I'll ever do it. I joke and I tell Bradley that we should like do it for shits and giggles one day. High rocks. I've been getting a lot of high rocks.
I would run a high rocks race.
Yeah, just for fun. Just for fun. Like not serious.
Just for fun. Because high rocks seems fun. I mean, it's not. It is.
I feel like the couples one is fun.
The couple one,
if you have
the
a
pair
partner,
one seems, yeah, that seems fun. For sure.
But I've been getting a lot of high rocks content, and I'm like, I want to know. I think everybody should do high rocks because I feel like high rocks is a good tell if you can survive the zombie apocalypse.
Yo, for you.
And I feel like
it's endurance, strength, everything.
Felicia, if you are in the gym 6 days a week and you can't complete a high
no,
rocks,
then
what
are we really doing? What are we really doing? Yeah. And then the same people that are having these bodybuilding splits, they're not doing cardio.
Right.
I'm like, what? So you can lift up
look
200
huge.
pounds, but you can't run.
Can't walk up the stairs without outer breaths.
That's crazy.
Crazy. So another pillar of the business of protein is the collapse of the low-fat era. So fat is no longer demonized. We are very aware of the idea of healthy fats now, whereas back in the day, I know you remember, because I remember like early high school days, no fats. Everything was low fat, skim milk. Everybody was eating margarine.
Yeah, which is arguably
worse than butter. But I remember I remember all of this. Everybody having soy milk because it had less fat content, and
everybody only eating egg whites.
Now
we're eating the entire egg.
Yes,
you know?
I think about the fact that back then Greek yogurt was not popular because everybody was eating light yogurt.
Yeah, and light yogurt don't have that much protein.
It doesn't, and anyways, and it probably has a lot of sugar. Anyways,
yeah,
but so the collapse of the low fat era. So fat is no longer demonized. A lot of proteins do tend to be paired with fats. Every chicken,
red meat is no longer demonized.
Red meat is no longer demonized.
No, it's like cool.
No, I remember that.
To eat ground beef.
There was a point in my life where my mother, we had no red meat in the house. And now that I think about that, I'm like literally Bradley is always thinking about his protein, and he's like, anytime we go somewhere, I'm like, what you want to eat? He's like, give me the beef option, beef patty, beef burger, da, 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 da. And I'm like, that's so funny because 15 years ago, everybody was like chicken and turkey. Yeah.
Chicken breasts.
Chicken breasts, not the chicken thigh neither. White meat only.
White meat only. So insane.
Is that racist? So that kind of thing has contributed to kind of like this affinity to protein now, is that back then we would have not been wanting to have those additional fats, but now it's okay.
Yeah.
And then of course the rise of the wellness economy is the third one. So the booming technology that we've seen over the last 10 years kind of has focused on convenience and innovation, and science backs that a lot of these things now, like basically that we have a lot of more scientific research around the health and wellness. And I mean that honestly, something that my friend Ashley said the other day, she was like, remember, everybody has an agenda. Every scientific research has an agenda. But the fact remains that there's just a lot more scientific research now being done around health and wellness, and so there has now been this industry, whether it's a chicken or the egg, whether somebody was paying for the science or the science came first and now we're utilizing it. Wellness is thing. Wellness is a thing.
Wellness is a thing.
Everybody's talking about wellness.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
It's not.
Anytime soon.
I mean, great though.
Great. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
But it's interesting to know that like it's this great thing, but then it's also,
it can be dangerous.
Yeah. It's an industry at the end of the day. It is an industry. And then the fourth thing, which is kind of what you said about aging anxiety due to social media. So a lot of fitness influencers talk a lot about, that's okay. A lot of fitness influencers talk a lot about anti-aging. I think with the rise of social media, with the rise of just media that is more in your face, in a way we're like increasingly prioritizing youth, which I get, in a way I get from both sides, because obviously like you want to look young, you want to feel young, you want your body to be optimal, but at the same time it's like, should we really be demonizing getting older? Like getting older is a part of life.
Getting older is a privilege.
It's a privilege. As you said, people are living till 70. Back in the day, people were dying at 50. Dying at 30.
Living until 70, like, healthily.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Very able-bodied and capable.
I'm going to see some 100-year-old people who still walk up and down, and I don't think they were taking protein.
No, I don't think.
Back then?
They weren't. Gosh, unrelated but related. My mom says to me, day before yesterday, she's like, I don't think I want to live for the next 5 years. I said, hello? I said, can we get 10 years?
Yeah,
She's
5 is soon.
She's like, 10? I'm going to be 86. That is old. I said, Mommy, you will be fine in 10 years. She's like, no. I said, 8? Can we get 8 years? 7 years? She said, okay. All right, we can compromise.
As if this is a decision. Like, it's a decision for her to make.
But, I mean, it's, when I think about it, that's really good for somebody at her age. She's 76, I think, or 75.
That's past the average.
Yeah, and she's still very able-bodied.
Your mother is a young girl.
Yeah, she walks our neighborhood in like the hills up and down like 3 times a week.
Yeah,
she still works. She's going like she's young. So but
I would never think that your mother was in her 70s.
She is.
Wow.
She is, yeah.
I love that. It was Barb.
Mm-hmm.
Big up Barb.
Big up Barb.
But in that same way, though, I think there is just this increased idea of getting old. Mm-hmm. And I think it's become not just I don't want to get old, it's now a fear. Mm-hmm. And so the article was saying that,
fear sells. Yeah. Fear does sell.
Fear sells. Sex sells and fear sells. And both of them are
tied to vanity.
Yeah. So yeah. And then the last thing was just the ultra processed food redemption arc. So there's this idea of every couple of years the food and beverage industry needs a new halo label. Once upon a time it was organic, but that's now expensive. Once upon a time it was low fat, that's now outdated. And so the new thing is high protein.
Yeah.
And so that's just how we've become to market things. Everything is high protein because the industry needs something to...
Yeah, and a new thing to...
latch on to.
For consumers.
Yeah. It's... Capitalism. Capitalism strikes again, I tell you. It's kind of... Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird.
And then, you couple that with the fact that, like, coming back to the fact that we are in an era now where people are not even prioritizing whole foods.
Yeah.
It's just... this whole added protein thing is just repackaging eating processed foods.
Yeah, it really
is.
In
a lot of instances.
And a lot of the time, too, something will say it's high protein and it's not.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. They just put
It always had 7 grams of protein. It always had 7 grams. I guarantee you. Now they're just advertising the fact that it has 7 grams of protein.
Yep.
And I'm like,
do you guys read labels?
I don't know.
And then that goes back to everybody following trends and fads and not really researching anything and seeing if this thing actually works for me or not. Does it fit in with my diet or not?
Yeah. It's... I don't know. As I said, it comes back to like just this weird thing because it's just like, yes, protein. It's great. I love that we're all eating protein, but then it's like... Capitalism.
Why? Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so yeah, it's just weird. So I wanted to go through some of the, just to kind of like show the people, say, I know foolishness we are talk. There have
Can you imagine we sit down here for...
Talk about foolishness,
for 40 minutes.
What a madness. So there are like, I asked... ChatGPT. Please don't judge me. But I asked them to chronicle, like, give me a timeline of the health fads, the major health fads for the past 20 years. By the way,
that's a good one.
20 years ago was 2007.
That's insane to me.
Moment of silence.
Oh my God, I was almost graduating high school.
Let's just move right on. So
showing my age.
So they were saying that every 3 to 5 years, the wellness industry picks 4 things: a villain, a hero, a visible body outcome, and a product category to sell.
You know, patterns are so great.
Patterns are real. Patterns are real. So in 2005 to 2010, the fad was low fat and clean eating. Mm-hmm. So that was like we were prioritizing thinness. That's when around the time that Oreo Thins dropped for the first time. Everything was, do you remember the Oreo 100-calorie packs?
Everything was 100
calorie. Everything was 100 calorie. That's also
Brownie
when like
Thins.
Diet Coke also stepped onto the scene
Really?
properly. Back then, that's when like, I feel like that's when their marketing really like.
Damn, I love
Yeah.
a Diet Coke, by the way.
Yeah, so a lot of diet sodas, everything was light, back to the light yogurt. So that was 2005 to 2010. Then, in 2010 to 2013, came the paleo and CrossFit. Boom.
Wow.
So now
That was that long ago.
we came. So it wasn't that long ago. We came from thinness and lightness, and now we're caveman eating. We're eating meat. People are eating butter, like just
sticks of butter.
just
Oh my
raw
god.
dog in the stick of butter. And of course, CrossFit became like really, really popular.
Yeah.
And so they were saying that this was at this point in time, so in 2010 to 2013 was the first time that protein really stepped into the conversation. But it was still very niche to gym people.
Yeah.
It's like if you never did CrossFit, you weren't really thinking
Yeah,
about protein.
it's true because people even would say, "Oh, why are you drinking protein powder
Exactly.
if you're not working out?" And it's just like,
and it's not even if you're not working out because
It's not.
you would
You
run,
don't need it.
but that's not working. That's not
That's
the type
not-
of
yeah,
working out that
no,
required protein
no.
powder.
No. Not unless you're lifting up. Lifting up heavy weight, yeah. Crazy.
Then, funny enough, so you see how we go from a clean eating to a protein forward. 2013 to 2016 is the green juice era.
Oh.
So now we're all about
The almond mom
detoxing,
era.
the almond mom era. So now we're back to thinness.
Yeah.
We're back to detoxing. This is also when kale became a thing.
Man.
Everybody was eating kale.
Everybody was eating kale.
I actually did not know about kale before this era.
That was
because
avocado toast era too,
This was the
yeah.
avocado toast era. This was the no seed oils era. This was...
Oh God, remember that? Man, don't eat any oil.
Don't eat any oil.
Except coconut.
Yeah.
Olive. Well, not even coconut because
Because
coconut
this
oil
was
was
when they
demonized.
started demonizing coconut
and
oil.
avocado. So it was olive oil.
It was olive
oil was
EVO.
that girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so so we go from again it's the pendulum, right?
Yeah.
So 2013 to 2016 we have the green juice wave. And then we go back to the protein wave because 2016 to 2018 is now the keto era.
Oh God, I hated the keto era.
So
I did keto, you know.
You did?
I tried it. How
did you feel about that?
I hated my life.
Why was it hard? So for everybody who doesn't know, keto is the high fat, low carb, and high protein.
And high
Well,
protein.
it wasn't. So it was high fat, moderate protein, low carb.
Yeah.
That's how they describe it.
Keto. I tried it just because it was a thing, and I was just like, I'll try anything once, you know, just to see. But eating a ketogenic diet in Jamaica is hard because it's you're not able to get access to a lot of the healthier, higher fat things. Like at that time, chia pudding wasn't so popular, but it's very popular now. Like I used to eat a chia pudding every morning.
Back then, you couldn't really find chia seeds
No, it
like
was
that,
hard.
Though.
Yeah,
It was very hard.
Stuff and MCT oil, which is the isolated coconut oil, that was a big thing too. Clarified butter, all of those kind of things, which would be the healthier fats to eat while you're on a ketogenic diet, because you don't want to eat.
You can't eat regular anchor butter.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was hard. Yeah. It was really hard to stick to that, and then you can't really have alcohol too if you're on a keto diet, because that will knock you out of the ketosis.
Yeah.
And why was I doing that? Why was I doing that?
Why were you doing that? Vanity.
And
back again.
Back to the perpetuating beliefs of you must be so thin and small.
Yeah.
And I was lifting weights at that time too.
Yeah.
Man.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. But then again, we swing back to the thinness.
Yeah.
Because so that was 2016, 2018 were keto. 2019 to 2020, plant-based. Everybody was vegan. Everybody was, you know...
I did try the vegan thing for like a month, so that never worked.
But my sister is vegetarian. So I see those things very often. Like whenever I'm with my mom and my sister, like Brianna is always getting some sort of plant-based option, but also my mom does try to, like, Sunday dinner, she always cooks like a very plant-based thing. So to me, I love meat though.
Yeah. I can't do it.
I don't think
I can have a vegan or a vegetarian meal.
But I don't think I could do it.
But I can't do it
long term.
I need some meat, man. I'm sorry.
No, sir. But so in this era as well of lightness, thinness, smallness, protein became political. Because this was also with the rise of veganism, we also got the idea of we can't kill animals.
Animal cruelty.
You know, the
PETA.
animal cruelty.
PETA.
You know, a lot of people going to veganism because they didn't want to eat the flesh.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Oh my god, that's true. And then also the when vegan leather became a thing.
Yeah, which is pleather. It's just
it's
pleather.
plastic. It's just plastic. I'm so sorry. But yeah, and the people would demonize you, like, and sustainability became a thing too, and all of that archetype of person all wrapped into one. Yeah. So if you are vegan or vegetarian, you better not be buying no leather bags, because we're gonna demonize you.
It's the same thing.
Do not be using no plastic bottles because we're gonna demonize you.
It was
no
like
plastic forks.
It was a weird time.
Yeah.
But again, a time symbolized by thinness.
Yeah.
And then, so they had the 2020 to 2021 era, which is kind of like a break, because that was a pandemic.
Yeah.
But in a way, this also encouraged the era. So the next era after that is now, which is the protein strength training era. But in a way, it kind of contributed to swinging back in this direction, because I feel like for the first time, a lot of people were faced with the reality of their bodies failing.
Yeah. Serious health.
Yes, I think it was the first time a lot of people were like, wow, I could die at any moment. I need to Ayanla fix my life, kind of thing, you know. And so during that time, of course, there was a lot of not only just clean eating, but the supplement culture also came about. Everybody was taking vitamin C, elderberry, all of these. I think we became accustomed to taking our supplements in non-natural forms, just because we wanted to increase it.
Yeah.
Which then, of course, led into where we are now, the protein era, where everybody's lifting heavy, everybody's counting their macros.
Yeah.
We're all talking about aging, and anti-aging properties of collagen, which is a protein, things like that. And so yeah, I found it very interesting that it was so obvious, this flip-flopping, and it makes me very intrigued to see what's gonna happen next.
I'm intrigued too, because yes, we're in this protein era, and yes, a large part of the population is strength training and focusing on what they're eating. But because of the fad, there's a larger part of the population who is jumping on it as a fad.
Yeah.
And going back to what we were saying, can be damaging themselves, can be over-consuming, under-consuming.
Yeah.
And yes, we are in, everything is happening all at once.
Yeah.
What was the movie?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's what's happening right now, I feel.
Yeah.
With protein era, we still want to be skinny, people strength training, but people wanting to be Pilates princesses and demonizing lifting.
I was saying, it's kind of like we're in this weird I don't know, maybe it's a transitional era.
Maybe.
Because I feel like Pilates is not necessarily a muscle mommy activity.
It's not.
But we're doing Pilates and having protein powder, and what are we doing? What's the end goal here?
I mean, at the end of the day, I always say that as long as you're moving your body in some way,
that's how I feel as well.
It's a good thing, and it's something positive that can change our brain chemistry, and then over time, the trickle down effect can happen.
Yeah.
But it is very interesting just to see different people jump onto the different fads and the trends and how they're doing it, because even people that are posting on their TikToks and Instagram about what they're eating a day and high protein this, high protein that, them telling you that some of these things are high protein, and baby girl, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you really know how much grams of protein are in certain things, these people are not eating enough food. They're lying to you.
They're still on
Well,
that.
it's not actually.
They're
It's
still
not
on
even
that low calorie vibe.
It's not even that they're lying to you. They're lying to
They just
themselves
don't
because
even
they don't know.
They don't even know.
They don't know. But at least them do something
At least.
healthy.
Do you think can you have too much protein?
You can, but I don't think we are capable
Of doing that. Okay.
Because your body will reach a saturation point of how much protein you ingest and how much it can synthesize.
Right.
I remember
And then
chemistry class,
it goes out.
oversaturation
It goes
of
out
something.
through the other end.
Yeah.
So from a trainer perspective, talking to the people here, how much protein should we actually be eating on a day-to-day as a sedentary person as well as a person who is in the gym?
So this is a very nuanced question. I can give you the scientific answer. So in general, just for your body to survive, you need about 0.4 grams of protein per pound of body weight, just for your body to do its
What
regular
it needs to do.
functions, cell
Yeah.
turnover and everything. If you are an active person going to the gym, then you want anywhere from 0.7 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. I know this is all numbers, but people
Do the
throw
maths,
out-
people. You went to school for a reason.
People throw out the number of just 1 gram of protein per pound of
pound.
body weight because it's just easier to remember. It's easier.
Yeah.
But depending on how much you weigh, that might be hard.
Yeah.
Like I weigh anywhere between 150 to 155 pounds, and it is hard for me to
Yeah.
eat 150 grams of protein.
Yeah.
So I eat anywhere between 120
and
and,
so then
130.
somebody who weighs 250
Yeah, that is
pounds.
hard for them.
My gosh.
So for them, you would go on the lower end of the scale
Okay.
for them to start. But then here's where nuance comes on, because if you are trying to lose weight, it is recommended that you eat more than the normal recommended amount of protein. So you do want to eat 1 gram per pound or even a little bit more, because as you're losing weight, as you're in a calorie deficit, your body gets hungry. It doesn't
Right.
have enough, it's not at the maintenance amount of nutrients that you're giving your body, so it will draw on all the macronutrients for you to lose weight. So in order to keep your lean muscle mass, you're going to want to eat more protein. So it is very nuanced. There are online calculators that you can use. TDEE calculator is what it's called. You can look it up online, and it will give you a general idea of how much protein you should be eating. But you can think about it as 0.7 to 1 gram of protein. I would just say as somewhere to start.
Yeah.
For anybody who is interested in
Right.
thinking about their protein intake.
Okay. All right. Well, now you have it. Eat that protein, but also just be mindful.
Yeah.
Just be mindful, of what's going into your own body. And also what Feli does for her body can't be the same as what I do for my body, can't be the same as what you do for your body. Because guess what? You're the only person who knows your body, who can know your body.
And it's all trial and error.
It's all trial and error. And I feel like people don't do that enough.
They don't. You see something online and you try it and it don't work. Oh, this don't work for me. But you just have to make small tweaks over time. That's why tracking is sometimes important. I know it doesn't work for everybody, the food tracking thing, but it's really a tool. All of these things are just tools to help you to understand and know your body better so that you can be capable of managing it on your own without relying on these tools and the wearables and going back to the consumerism and all of that.
Yes.
These are only tools to help you on your journey.
Guys, you don't have to buy a matching set. You can work out in the clothes that you have.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
I
it's
know it cute,
Like,
you know.
it's cute.
And if it go motivate you for go to the gym,
then
by all means, but I beg
more
you,
power to you.
please. The economy is tight. Don't broke.
don't
yourself.
go broke. Just
Trying to be cute.
Trying to be cute.
Just do what you need to do. Watch your own plate as well.
Yeah.
Always. And yeah, so Fel, thank you so much for joining me
You're
today.
welcome.
Do you want to plug anything?
Sure.
With the people?
I was gonna say, can I plug something? So I did write a free Oh, this camera. I did write a free nutrition ebook, Caribbean Focus. So from a Caribbean perspective, just very basic need to know information about nutrition, how we eat in the Caribbean, how it has evolved over time, and just tips of how you can eat healthily, and all that information and good stuff. So you can find it on my website, formlifestyle.com, 2 F's, FFORM lifestyle.com. In my archive section.
There you go. Very cool. Well, thank you, Fel.
You're
I hope
welcome.
we'll have. You're welcome back anytime.
Please have me back.
Yeah. We
This
can
was
definitely
fun.
chat some more.
I feel like we just started talking and
I know the time. Look at that. We're over time, but you know. So you go. We're here yapping and having a good time. And yeah, until next guy. Until next time, guys. See you next week in the WongaPod.